Electricity will make it weird science.
This week was another short week for our Physics 112 class. We only had one day of class, which meant we had a lot to do in a short amount of time. Because we've had so many short weeks so far this semester, we still have had a lot of information to cover this one week. This one class day was filled with tons of information needed for our project. We began class by talking about how magnetic fields are created by moving charge. Again, David referred to the plug sliding down the aluminum tube. As the plug moves, it creates a magnetic field in the tube which slows down its movement. This also explains why the copper plate slowed the pendulum from last week. Both metals are creating magnetism as they travel. Then we discussed the capacitor and its role in our circuit. We set up example circuits using capacitors to show how they store charges created by the battery. We practiced both charging and discharging the capacitor. Next, we talked about the transformer and inductor coils. These work to boost the voltage of a circuit using the created magnetic field discussed earlier. Finally, we ended by talking about diodes. These allow current to flow in one direction but not the other. These semiconductors are created by doping an insulator with conductive elements. This process creates a semiconductor. Any time left at the end of class was spent working in our groups. Since we were missing a key group member, there was not much we could complete. In between class, we worked on completing our TIMs and MMPs and preparing for performance day. This week concluded all the information that we needed to finish our project. Because we've had so many short weeks, we really came down to the wire with this first project. This is a lot of information to cram into one day. The good news is that now we all know the parts and purposes of our circuit. This information will be helpful for our TIMs and necessary to know for our interviews. By combining this information with all of our outside research, we should all have a pretty good idea of what is involved with a simple circuit. Now we must slave away all weekend to get our projects completed on time. I know my group was hoping to get really ahead for this project, but limited class time really put us behind. Also, we had an absentee group member, so we could not work more on our coil gun. This is a lot of work to be done between completing the guns, doing the diagrams, and tying up all of the other loose ends. Hopefully, we all work hard this weekend and get our parts done so that we can present well on Monday. This week was short but stressful. I am brewing the coffee to prepare myself for late nights and lots of work. The hard part with learning information this late is that you don't have much time to understand it before you have to apply it. I know we can do it. I am just not looking forward to the process.
Things that make you go,